So it's Aleesha Carter. Socially, it's Aleesha CPR. I do PR and marketing. Most people know me from pretty much my work. So 15 years almost in the industry now.
15 in the industry.
Mm-hmm.
So
15. It's been almost 15. Next year it'll be 15. June of 2022. It's been almost 15 years since I have not been in corporate America. No shade to it, but just I like to celebrate that because that's big for me. That's big for anybody, honestly.
that is definitely, and I need you to explain a little bit more in detail what that job description is, because I be getting cussed out sometimes.
Yeah, I cuss you out a lot, actually, about it. I'm like, she calls me on the lot, and I'm like, I cuss her out a lot too. Let's see, I work, mostly, people know my work mostly in the entertainment industry. I've worked in the small business world, the media world. I represented talents from everywhere. Tommy Lee Sparta, Marla Negra, Future, Rocco, Jeezy, Rico Love, Brian Michael Cox, Trina, Plies, Ross, etc.
So can you explain PR? Please.
Public relations?
Yes.
It's the art and science to it. We keep people wanting to see these talents. They're in magazines. We put them in magazines. When you see them on covers, we get them there. When you see them on TV shows, we get them there. When you see them on red carpets, we do that. And we pretty much are the talent behind the talent. That's what I like to call us.
The talent behind the talent. So
Yeah.
actually, PRs are very important, y'all. I need y'all to understand that. Like, they do all of the dirty work. Like,
Not
getting
just
the
dirty
bookings.
work. We do good.
Well,
good
when I
work,
say
too.
dirty work, I mean
I'm like,
the
we
artist
cover
doesn't
everything.
have
Let's
to
be
talk to
fair.
anyone, set up any interview.
Yeah.
So when I say dirty work, that's
We
what I'm
definitely do that.
referencing.
We're pretty much second to management. We're like that next. We're that image maker. We're what's his name? Samuel L. Jackson. He said something. He said we're the magicians. We are. That's what we do.
Y'all are the ones that take the hits.
Yeah, like
Basically.
they got all they
They
make
gotta-
it come
They
together.
gotta pretty up the speech for the public.
Basically. So
Yes.
we, even with the way they speak to the public, we do that. We train them for that. When they're doing interviews, we train them for that. Most like creative direction, we're part of that. Stuff like that. So it's more so like I said, PR is an art and science to it. We keep the talent that you guys support nonstop going. In short.
Okay.
On the flip side, we do that for businesses as well.
Dope.
So
That is dope. So what got you into wanting to do that? Like, what was like, let me
that's funny.
get into the industry and let me
I did
put
not
some-
want to be in the industry. Let's be clear.
Okay.
It landed in my lap. Honestly, I got laid off. I was working for J.P. Morgan Chase. I just moved here, not even maybe 2 years, and I got laid
Atlanta.
off. I'm
Okay.
from Ohio, and I got laid off, and I just started. I dropped a book. I'm sorry, and I set up a book tour for myself. So I had a book signing in the CNN Center at the little bookstore there.
Mhm.
And I met a couple people and they're like, yo, have you ever worked for a magazine? I like your style, et cetera, et cetera. So I ended up working for an automotive magazine.
Mm.
And I started networking real tough in the industry interviewing celebrities, et cetera. And they thought I was either a stylist or a publicist. But I went to school though for marketing and PR. That's the funny part. I just
Wow.
never thought that it would be in the industry that I'm in. It was always for corporate because I was always in it. So I never thought, oh, I'm gonna open my business and I'm gonna just wing it. It never crossed my mind until I got laid off, and I was like, fuck it. Excuse my language.
No, this is.
And I was like, I just didn't want to go back into being worried about my job. If I'm gonna worry about my job, I'm gonna just worry about it on my own terms. You feel me?
Right.
So Akon was my first client.
Oh, Akon. Wow.
Akon was my first client. And actually,
And how
he
did
was
that
the
come
reason
about?
that I fell in love with music PR. Actually, I credit him because when I met him through his management. And it pretty much went from there. He goes, I want to introduce you. I think you'll be dope in that world, et cetera, et cetera. And he took me to the studio and I met him and he sat me down and he just walked me through his process. And I was like, damn.
Mm.
Like, you dope. You know, I'm like, this is what you do to make a hit. So I was in the studio until like 6 in the morning, didn't even realize it, learning.
Wow.
And meeting people, introducing me to people, and they're like, give me your car, you gotta be a stylist or a publicist. So really that's where it came from. And I just opened my June 2007, just said, fuck it. Now I open my business. There you go.
Wow, that's dope.
Yeah.
Akon.
That was my first.
That man he done
No, he's a
lost
genius. And
half of
actually, at that
Africa and
time,
done made some
the
schools
funny
and
part is, at that time, he was talking about what he was going to do for Africa. That's the funny part. Like, he was talking about it then.
And what year was this?
That was 2007.
Wow.
And he said, I'm gonna make this come alive for my country. He was talking about it then. I actually had him booked on a show that Sway did on MTV one time. And he even mentioned it then. It was a couple years later. So he's always had that in his vision, believe it or not.
Wow.
Well, since I've known him. And that was 2007.
Wow.
So.
Shout out Akon, man.
Yeah.
That's definitely he's came a long way and he has become a humanitarian.
Dope.
Doing a lot for Africa, actually. Yeah, I'm going to Africa. No, for real. I that is definitely a place that I want to visit. Africa, the motherland.
Of course. Why not? Of course.
Yeah, I'm on it. So, okay. What upcoming projects do you have going on? What coming up?
Well, it depends. With my PR company, I'm looking to expand. I want to do more global projects. I think right now I'm to the point where, especially in music, it has to be something that sparked me or challenged me, because I've represented so many different talents that, that's returning clients or long-term clients, or, they refer people. So I'm about challenging myself. So I want a country artist. If you really want to know the truth, that's my challenge for myself, because I've never endeavored in that. And I want a client on that red carpet. That's my challenge.
Country.
Other than that, outside of that, my apparel, my T's and T's, and I've put that off. I've talked about it, y'all know that, for so long, and I've done samples and I've done test runs. And
This bitch Slaves was my favorite.
so I'm literally about to just go full force with that next month, and I'm so glad. Like that's my baby, like right there.
We're
That
gonna
collection
give y'all a
is my
little
baby.
piece. We got some gifts. We're gonna give
Yeah.
y'all a couple of little pieces a little bit later. But so I have some questions for you in reference to the PR. What difficulties have you faced being a PR? I mean, some artists are cool, I know that, and some, ego trips. So give me one experience you had that was like kind of crazy and hectic.
Wow.
And you ain't gotta say no names. You can just give us the situation.
I mean, I've had to handle some crisis situations. There was one client where he almost died, and got shot up. And I got a call at 5 o'clock in the morning to get on my job and to handle what was coming out about it. And he was fighting for his life in real life. You know what I'm saying? And I had to control the masses of it. That was interesting. That was real interesting.
Narrate a story for someone that is fighting for their life.
And then I also had to control the narrative that was already out there, because it was already reports going on. So it was interesting, but it was a challenge, and I loved it. But I turned it around, and it worked.
Give us another one that's not a crisis, just something crazy.
Oh Lord. I mean, I've dealt with a lot from when shoots. You show up on shoots and clients are 2-3 hours late, and you gotta, that's your relationship at the same time, and you gotta control that. I've dealt with clients where they cussing out production, for a TV taping or something like that, and they're going berserk. And you gotta maintain and control that, and get the vibe back going so they can get back to work. So it's been it just depends on the situation, but it's been situations. I mean, you deal with a lot of personalities, you gotta understand that.
Right.
And then you also have to build up a trust level with these celebrities. It's not like they're just gonna let you in their life and just, because you're dealing with a lot of their personal stuff. Like, you're dealing with their image. How much more personal are you gonna get?
Right.
So you're dealing with somebody's life. So I understand it on one hand, but I've dealt with a lot of different situations, definitely.
She said I've dealt with a
Yeah,
lot. I can
lots.
only imagine some of the things that happen. I mean,
Yeah.
shout out to your company as well. She's actually the reason we got invited to Trina's event.
Yeah.
And we made some good connections there. That was a pretty dope event. Trina did her thing
Yeah.
that night.
And
It was
I've been
awesome.
repping her for, 11 and a half years now?
11.
11 and a half years. She's one of my long-term clients.
Wow, shout out Trina.
Yeah.
That whole movement was dope that night. Like, that was the first time I was on the 360 and I was cutting up, y'all. I was cutting up on the 360. But the footage is up on the page, so y'all can definitely check that out as well. But T's and Toots, so what inspired that?
I like being creative, and I love fashion. I mean, anybody that know me, I love shoes, all of that. So one day I just woke up, like I want to create a line where you can dress it up, dress down, lounge in it, still be cute, but you can, be just calm in it. So I said, how about just putting it together, have an attitude with it, but dress up, do some lounge wear like tees, t-shirts, hoodies. So I came up with T's and Toots. So that's my other baby. Yeah.
I like that. That's dope.
Yeah, that's my other baby.
T's and Toots. I'm gonna show y'all my things in a little while.
The first collection is called I Am the Culture. We all are a part of the culture, no matter what, no matter color, no matter our preferences, none of that. So I wanted to create something that was unisex, but also represented a style and an attitude and drive and love. So I'm actually excited about that collection first. I got a lot of them, but you've seen some of them, but this one right here is like the one for me.
So are we just gonna stay with tees, like t-shirts, or are we going to?
Nah, of course not.
Okay.
We hoodies, t-shirts, boy shorts, yoga outfits, extra. Like I have a lot of different dope shit coming out.
I get first dibs. I'm excited.
Hats. I mean, but actually I did a little test run on my hats and they sold out. I didn't even get to put them
I didn't
up.
get a hat.
Yeah, unfortunately.
What kind of hat?
It was more men buying them actually. That's
like
funny.
caps, bucket hats, what?
Yeah, ball caps. They were
Okay.
dope. So
Okay.
I might bring those back out. I'm not sure yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, T's and Toots.
Yeah. That's my baby.
Miss Carter.
Miss Carter.
I gotta make mental laugh. But so tell the people where they can find you at. I mean, for those who are looking for PR, those who are looking for
I'm
some
gonna correct
advice.
you one more time because we talk about this all the time. That is the industry. PR is the industry. Don't say that again.
Not a PR.
Don't say that again. I check her a couple. This is my.
All the time. That's, look,
We
this
family.
is why I said
Don't.
to you, explain
She mess
PR.
up everything.
I'm like, we go through this every now and then, but PR is the industry, not the person. So if you're looking for a professional in that industry, yes, or a strategist, like you can. It's not or a publicist, even that. PR is the industry. That's free game right there, period. So when you come to a professional and you say, I'm looking for a PR, that right there alone, I'm telling you, it's probably gonna turn them off. I'm just
Cause that
being
means
honest.
you don't even know what you're looking for. You don't even know what you want.
Exactly.
'Cause that's a
so
big, broad
they're
field.
already gonna be turned, like I get 1,000 of those literally a week. And right what you just said, because I even post about that just because I like to post free game and knowledge. Like I post a lot of free game for every type of business, period. Just because I want you to win regardless if you're my client or not. Like that's how I stay blessed.
Right.
So PR is the industry, not the person.
Industry, not the person.
Yeah. Love you.
That needs to be a slogan on your thing.
Oh shit, look at you.
Look at that, I just dropped some knowledge. But friend, let them know where they can find you at, man.
Aleesha CPR, everything. ALEESHA CPR, everything. And then of course my companies are listed. So.
And before you go, some more free game for those who are trying to get a business off the ground and be successful, because you've proven to
Now don't get
have
it
some-
confused. I have my ups and downs. Like shit. Listen. really just stay with it. Don't put it like, if you're gonna put a time to it, put a timeline together. Not oh, I want to have 7 figures within the next year. I want to, because be realistic with it. But at the same time, challenge yourself. Like me, I always challenge myself. I challenge my team. Like that's my thing that keeps me going. So, like I said, I got 15 years coming up. I'm excited about that.
15 years, and that's a long time.
That's a long ass time. To stay consistent, and it's helped take care of my sons and put them in college. Like that means something to me more than anything. Regardless of the ups and downs that I have, that right there means more than anything to me. Like my sons are in college today because of that shit. So, regardless of the ups and downs.
Right, he's over here. He ain't doing the sound effects, Popsy. I don't know what mental got going on over here, but we was supposed to.
Chop about, you know what I'm saying? Mental trying to, you doing my job.
Okay, mental up on them jewels. Up on them jewels.
Pause, murder.
But that was definitely something dope. We hear a lot of mothers saying, we do it for the kids, but man, she just said 15 years of being dedicated in the game has paid for not one child, but hold on, let me correct that. Not one man, but 2 to go through college. So that's definitely dope.
Yeah.
That is definitely dope. Shout out you.
Shout out to you too. Shout out to everybody in here. Let's be clear.
Well, you know what's
I'm just saying.
Hey, ladies on the live, do y'all like her purse? Yeah.
No, but y'all can check our
Ladies that
shows.
said that they like your purse.
Check our shows.
Thank you. Thank you. Just some look. I just
Look, fucking shoes.
honestly, I was late. Like I don't even like to be late to stuff like this. I was late, y'all. I was supposed to be here at 10 o'clock, and I'm very on point when it comes to things like this because I'm professional. So I told my friend I'm running late, and it's honestly because I was handling some business in the city. Seriously, like I literally came from handling some work business.
I think she's putting on her disclaimer because she knows
I'm just saying
blast
because
people on live.
yeah, so I had to make sure. I'm like, Lord, let me tell this girl I'm about to be a couple minutes late before she start talking shit. Cause she would have been talking stuff. I'm telling y'all.
Nah, you good. I wasn't talking trash tonight. We on good vibes tonight. Good vibes tonight. But
Okay, but no, I need y'all to open your shit. For real, because they're only promo. Listen, they're promo teasers only, but I'm proud of them.
Open the bag. Open up.
Open the bag.
Open up the
I was
bag.
trying to wait to open the bag. And I don't even know what's in here, and I'm mad because I usually get dibs on
I'm
those.
sorry, y'all. I just want y'all to see them.
Ooh, and it's black.
They want to see them too.
Yeah.
And it's black.
Yes.
Okay, hold on. Thank you for supporting my small business. Okay.
I'm simple, yeah.
This is big after this.
You see it.
Oh, like this.
Wow.
Over like this.
Little cut off and
Yeah,
red.
Belly skin sweater.
Yeah, man, but like this.
Where the bomb there? Where the bomb there? Where the bomb there?
Right, where the bomb the pop
What
stick?
you said.
Okay,
The
alright.
bomb so drop. It's so drop.
It's
Yes,
so
it drops next month. Hold on, we got another one. Shondi, what you opening
Oh,
over
yes,
here?
slim bag now, one.
I don't know. They
See why in another
Hey.
white bag there.
hey, you don't say Christmas when I get them nuggets.
I like.
Them don't know, they don't know how to open gifts.
Right.
You have to just rip it up. Rip it up. Rip it up. Rip it up.
Found a hole. Okay,
What is that?
Same thing. Same thing.
Should I call me now? Me not put my balls on that.
I am the culture. What's her shirt?
Hey, she know her size, she don't speak her size, so gosh. Just pick her size up.
I like
You know
that.
what was going on.
I am the culture. Season 2. Shout out.
Yes.
Miss Carter.
That's his.
Yes, ma'am.
Let the people know where they can find you at for the T's and the twos and the publicists.
Well, really, just go on my page, Aleesha CPR, and you can find all my businesses there. Like, I promote everything. And I promote and that collection drops next month. I'm so proud of it.
Next month? Okay. So be on the lookout to get the T's and twos, the I am the culture. Right, pre-order. Pre-order T's and twos. We got the exclusive, don't worry. Next week,
Yeah, you actually,
we're gonna take
y'all
pictures.
got the first one. I haven't even sent them to the list of clients that I'm sending them to.
Whoa,
You guys got the
exclusive.
first. Seriously.
Okay. So, yeah, we
Make sure I
gonna be
get the
rocking
first
out
men.
next week, man.
They actually,
Black
I
and
got
yellow.
them for y'all too, and
Black
I'm
and yellow.
just waiting on my shipment from
Mine.
lovely ass FedEx. Excuse my
guys?
language. Yes.
So you ain't getting that one.
Give her update.
Everybody up.
What you mean?
Whichever picture you see, yeah, that one or.
Yes.
So,
Go see the picture.
thank you for coming through, Miss Carter.
No problem.
We about to jump into a real quick commercial break before we make the DJ then give us a little dance or two.
Oh, why? Yo.
Hey, boy, I don't see it.
No, you ain't turn up.